This week's been kind of rough. It's been kind of rough. Sometimes in life, I feel like that's just how it is. I always try and keep in my mind this idea of losing being a good thing if you use it correctly. What's up? It's a little recap of my week. I'm just gonna get straight into it. I feel like I'm at a pretty big crossroads in my life right now. I got some rejections back from unis. They don't want me. Man, what I hate about that is that they don't even tell you why. It's just so automated. It really does make you feel like it makes you feel like you're just a number. And I mean, in terms of uni, most unis that's kind of how you are. But yeah, that email really hits that feeling home. So the current situation is that I'm still waiting back to hear from two. One of them's given me an interview, which is Portsmouth, which is cool, but that was my backup. I didn't really want to go there. And the other one I'm waiting from is Birmingham. And the way it's looking based on the reception from the other unis, I'm probably not gonna go to Birmingham. So I guess my last chance is Portsmouth, but I've really been thinking I don't even know if uni is the right path for me anymore. I mean, in this day and age, I feel like everyone deeps that, is uni for me? And I thought it was because I was really excited to study my course. I did a lot of research about it. I did pre-study about it. I asked a lot of questions at open days. I really thought that this is something I could really sort of see myself getting into. But the more I deeped it, I don't know, what really made me start to think was when I had a convo with my friend and I was a bit down. I was telling him how the unis had rejected me, and he was like, yeah man, just you gotta charge that one, just wait to hear back from the others. And I was like, yeah, I know. And then we were going through he asked me questions about my application, oh, did you how confident were you in your personal statement, how much experience did you have, what did you say about this, that, the other. And I was like, my grades, I have the right grades. I had a good personal statement. I actually got help from several dentists. I got a fact checked by dentists. I got a fact checked by my college's admissions team. I did all this stuff. And then he was like, yeah, maybe it's the fact that you took a gap year. And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, well, some really high competitive courses like dentistry and dental therapy and whatever kind of see gap year students and older students as damaged goods. And I was like, rah. And I started to think maybe he's right, because I even remember looking at a podcast and this guy who got into the dental therapy space, I think he was in his mid-20s or late 20s. He said he started his course when he was 21 or 22, way older than normal, because people are normally 18 or whatever. And then he said it was most of the unis wouldn't give him a chance, even though he had experience in the dental field already, but he was in a lower position. He was just a dental nurse, which is an entry level position and whatever. But because he was older and he wasn't a new student, he wasn't straight out of college, apparently they saw him as damaged goods. And I thought, well, in my case that's not going to apply, because it's just 1 year. I'm only 19. It's not I've been out of school for 3 years. But I started to deep it and I was like, maybe he's right. And then I was like, nah, he's probably actually right. And then that made me think more. And then I just blurted out to him man, this is not fair. What the fuck? How is that fair? And he was like, big man, really deep it. The education system isn't really that fair. I was like, huh? He was like, yeah, it's not that fair. I mean, it's kind of just made to make workers, and university is no different. I'll say that again. He said it was kind of designed to make workers, employers, And university is no different. It's just like all the other stages of your education, like traditionally. And then I deeped it and I was like, rah, like maybe he's right. Because in my mind, I always thought that about the education system. A lot of people do. But I thought university was different because, like, you know, you're independent, you're this and you're that. But at the end of the day, you do run into debt. The way the job market is, uni doesn't really help with it. A lot of people just go and they study something they don't like. Like, there's a lot of, like, I feel like a lot of people go to uni for security, which is fine. But I realized, like, in terms of the goals I actually want, maybe uni isn't the right path for me. Maybe it will just keep me not trapped, but a bit stagnant, a bit stuck. Like, I won't be moving forward in a way that I actually want. It definitely won't help with my money, and it will also take up a lot of time, especially a dental subject, like any medicine subject. That'll take up a bulk of your time. And then I realized that, like, at the end of it, I'll have a dental degree, but because I've thought more about what my dreams are during this gap year, I realized that none of them are actually even dental related. Like, I don't even want to really practice dentistry long term. I just wanted it for money. Like, at the core, like, I like the idea of helping people. I like the idea of socializing with patients that come in often, but at the end of the day, I wanted money, like, as a core thing. But university and the dental industry, I mean, there's no quick way to get money in life anyway, but university doesn't feel like it's efficient at all. And so then I thought, okay, outside of that, what can I do? Shit. So I had to go do a bunch of stuff real quick. So honestly, I forgot what I was saying, but I now have a smoothie now. I've been drinking a lot of those. Outside of school, I've been thinking, like, what else can I do that will help me get to my actual dreams? And what are my dreams? Well, one, my dreams are to, one, own a jewelry brand, and two, I really want to create an app, like a software that allows people to track their habits, like a habit tracker, but like a fun way to track your habits. Like, there'd be a bunch of game mechanics and stuff like that, like leveling up a character, because that's how I view stacking habits and achieving your goals. Like, it's kind of just like a video game. So those are two things I really want to get into. But I mean, for both of those, if I want to scale them at some point, I need more money. Like, I need money to even start them anyway. So I'm thinking, like, what's the alternative? And to be honest, I'm still looking for whatever that is, but I'm just starting to feel like uni isn't it. And outside of those two things I want to accomplish, I mean, I ultimately just want to be free. Ultimately, I'm paralyzed with choice. I don't know whether I go to uni or I bet it all on finding a different route and going straight into a career where I am making money and, like, it's an entry level job, and I just build that up, and then, you know, I live rough for a couple years, but I'm making money, and then I'm pouring a lot of that money into these goals and dreams that I have, starting these businesses or whatever, because uni will just take up my time and money. So I feel like I don't want to do that. But the thing about uni is that it is a path that is quote unquote secure. You have more time to just be a student instead of an adult. And I don't know, there is no rush, I guess, in terms of my financial situation. I mean, I could live with my mum still, I know she'd be happy to have me, and if I went back to the UK, I have people I could live with and share a place with. But this idea of me being free is something I really want, and I want it kind of quick. I'm so sick of not feeling happy or not having the type of freedom I want. So I don't know, I'm paralyzed with choice. The only problem is that if I don't go to uni and I just state my bets on trying to figure out another way of making money, right now I don't have a solid like career path in mind. I recently started to try learn some web development, and I thought, hey, I could freelance in that once I get good enough to just help out smaller businesses or take commissions for things, and then from there maybe I can find a job. And I've done research, like I found these pretty good solid courses you can do, and you know that can help with finding a job. But I don't know, everything's just so new and I've not properly found my path yet, and it feels like I should really have it figured out by now, and I just don't. Couple all that with how lonely I've been feeling in Switzerland. This week's been kind of rough. It's been kind of rough, but sometimes in life I feel like that's just how it is. You'll have those rough days, those rough patches, and I always try and keep in my mind this idea of losing being a good thing if you use it correctly, because then you can just learn from whatever you did that didn't go well. From every loss there can be a gain, you know. But I guess right now I'm just trying to figure out how I can leverage this to my advantage, and I'm a bit scared to make either choice is the problem. I don't know if uni will be a good idea, or I'll just regret going and I might not even finish, or if not going to uni at all will be a good idea and I might regret the idea of not having a solid path carved out for me already, and it all being a bit confusing, and I don't know, going into the real world, I guess. I also like my mum, obviously. I love her, but I don't want to stay in Switzerland for very long. The original plan was 6 months, because that's when uni starts, but I think right now, at least, I just want to make enough money to where like I can go back to the UK and have money to just at least share a room with a friend or something, because I have people I can share rooms with and shit like that. But yeah, no, I just feel like Switzerland's not for me, man. I don't go out much. I'm in like a small town. I went out yesterday to a concert, which is why I'm talking so mumbly and I look all tired. But this concert was, I mean, for Switzerland, actually pretty lively, but I still felt so bored and like alone, and I had some interactions with like a couple of people or whatever, and people were dancing and I was like dancing, but I just couldn't help but feel like, damn, I really miss my friends. Like, this would be so much more fun if I had my friends here with me and we were dancing and whatever. And I don't know, just don't get that here. I don't even know how to like meet people properly, and like with me trying to figure out my life, I just feel like I don't have the time at the same time. Like, I'll feel lonely, but then the next day I'll be like, I don't actually want to like go out. I don't actually want to try talk to people on apps, or like, it's like I don't even know what I want sometimes, and that's so frustrating. Like, your mind bouncing between one idea and the other almost every single day. I don't know. There's not much of a point to this video, so it's just a recap, innit? I will see you later. I guess. Don't worry about the fact that I've changed clothes and the fact that I'm in a different location. I forgot to give a song of the day. So for today's song, I'm choosing Free the Robots by Capital Steez Archives. I think it's a leak. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's a good song. It's rap, boom bap. Check it out. Peace.